talk with Brother Chris today and let him know that you're planning to ride the bus. Otherwise, you can just meet over there at Lake Fork Baptist. Don't forget, Women on Mission will be tomorrow, March 3rd at 11 a.m. in the Bride's Room. I think we have a video for the Annie Armstrong Easter offering.
These might be some of the greatest stories ever told, which is why we might just have the best job in North America. We get to tell stories about missionaries in the U.S. and Canada, stories that are so powerful and so amazing, we feel humbled to even be here doing this. Like, did you hear the story about the Marine sniper who's planning a church? Or the one about the missionaries who started a laundromat just so they could meet a need and tell their neighbors about Jesus? Or how about the church planter in Wyoming who's discipling new believers, then sending them out as circuit riders to tiny unreached towns all over the state? People call these missionary stories, and that makes sense. I mean, the missionaries are the ones serving on the field, and they're the ones on camera. But there's another main character in each of these stories you really can't see. Not unless you look in a mirror. You might not realize it, but your faithful prayers and your generosity to the Annie Armstrong Easter offering, that's where the fuel and the encouragement for these missionaries comes from. I mean, God is taking your prayers and gifts and planting this missionary family in a neighborhood where they can go into all the world without ever leaving their house. He's sending this missionary into what might be the most unreached community in all of North America. He even showed this couple how to turn a border town into a missions training center. Your support makes you a main character in every one of these stories. Stories of how God is building His kingdom. He's using thousands of missionaries. Some you'll hear about, most you'll never even know. And He's using you. Together, we're sharing the gospel, the greatest story ever told, with people who need to hear. Together, we're stepping into the story.
And so we have a missions fund that we give to, and several families are giving to that goes to the Annie Armstrong Missions for North America. And so if you'd like to give some extra as well, that's always, we're taking offering through the beginning of March. But this is a good prayer guide for you starting today. Praying for our missions here in North America. And I do have one more bit of news I'd like to share with you this morning before we dismiss. Go ahead and join me up here, Bobby and Dina. Let me introduce to you, just kidding. This is Bobby and Dina Westmoreland, and they have come this morning wanting to unite again with our church in the promise of letter from Trinity Baptist Church. If you approve, clap. Oh, already did that. And so you'll want to join them. You'll want to stop by and welcome them. They said they're moving back to this area and moving back here to our church, and we'll be glad to have them again here. And so they'll be standing here at this door on our way out. So you want to come by and congratulate them or welcome them to our church or back to our church. And so let's finish up with our declaration. Go ahead and stand up. Thank you very much. I forget that part. Here we go. Ready? But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves.
There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we